Excellent. We are back. By the way, my next guest is a holistic chiropractic, a writer, a national speaker. In fact, his entire mission has been to assist others to a greater well-being through his workshops, seminars, and practice. Please welcome to the show Dr. Marty Finkelstein. Doc, welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be here, Clark. Thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure having you, Doc, and thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight. I definitely have been looking forward to hearing you speak ever since we met at the Community and Me with Ms. Charmaine.
That was wonderful. That was a wonderful afternoon, a lot of great sharing.
Absolutely. Well, Doc, I'm going to go ahead and dive in because I've got a couple of questions I want to make sure I get to you. You are a chiropractitioner. How were you able to combine holistic ideologies with your practice, and why?
Well, number one, you mentioned the word in your earlier introduction of transformation, the power of transformation. I truly believe all of us are here on this planet to continue to transform, to heal, to always improve, to be empowered in our lives so that ultimately, physically, we could get healthier and healthier. We could age with grace rather than aging like we've been told to accept illness. We could emotionally learn from past hurts and wounds and enter into new relationships and have the best relationships ever, where love is being expressed, compassion, healthy dialogue and communication, respect and honoring and trust. These are the things that in my own life, as I've been committed to my own healing, that, I've been called on to help others. And my journey started back 37 years ago when I was 23 years old. I was in pre-med studying to become a medical doctor. And along that time, I was diagnosed with a severe digestive disease called ulcerative colitis. I saw the best medical doctors at 23 years old, and they shared with me that nothing could be done other than being on prednisone for the rest of my life, and ultimately it could lead to colon cancer. Not good news at the age of 23. But thankfully I had a friend who shared with me that he was seeing a chiropractor. I had never, ever before been to a chiropractor. I knew nothing about chiropractic. But this is the window of transformation and opportunity. It's something for the viewers listening that in life there are windows that occur when people show up to share something with us. When we are listening with the proper radar and being open to what we're hearing, that's when miracles can occur. So thankfully, I just said, when can we go? And after that first visit to the chiropractor, and he shared with me what could be done to actually heal this problem rather than learning to live with it and not need any drugs, needless to say, I was even perked open even more, and I said, when do we begin? And within 9 months, ulcerative colitis was gone, never did take a drug. That was 37 years ago. And so it's been my and that led me to leaving studying to become a typical medical doctor to find out where all these chiropractic schools were. So from there, life has just been one continuous transforming journey.
Well, Doc, one of the things I did not know is that I knew you had the diagnosis, but I didn't know you were in med school when that happened. That's got to be a little discouraging. But I see, things happen for a reason. Can you do us a favor and just, people, I assume people know these things, but perhaps they do not. So can you explain to our listeners how proper alignment of the spine can assist in high energies, reduction of pain, and, other advantages it might have that we take for granted?
Yeah, and you just said it, take for granted. Most of us, if you've never been to a chiropractor, sadly, we've been raised more how to be sick than to be healthy. The spine protects the spinal cord, and the spinal cord directly connects to the brain. Starting from when we are a child, there are stresses that occur to our physical body. There are Physical stresses, traumas, learning to walk, we fall 1,000 times. Learning to ride a bike, we fall hundreds of times. We have athletic injuries. And all these things are called microtraumas. In other words, they're not like broken legs or broken arms. They're microtraumas that are repetitive, that accumulate, and the muscles along our spine get tighter and tighter and begin to pinch the nerves that come out from the spine. The nerves that come out from our spine is like the circuit board of the whole body. These nerves go to every muscle and every organ of the body. So in my case of having ulcerative colitis, a digestive disease, my first visit to a chiropractor was for this digestive disease. I had no understanding that there was stress to my nervous system that was actually affecting my digestion. So even if I was eating healthy, interestingly enough, the food was not being digested properly because there was these stresses affecting the nerves that went to the digestive tract. There are nerves in the upper back that go to the heart and the lungs. How many people say they've had headaches for years, their whole life? There are nerves in the neck that go to the head that block off circulation to the head, that interfere with the nerve communication. When someone sees a chiropractor, amazingly, these things can be corrected and sometimes amazingly quickly.